Hey guys!
How are you?
I just want to welcome you to part 2 of the Honing Your Horror workshop with me, Chelsea Clemmons Moye. I've got some fun things lined up for us today. I brought in a bunch of awesome resources for us to use. I've got Writing and Selling Your Mystery Novel, Revised and Expanded Edition, The Complete Guide to Mystery, Suspense, and Crime. That was put together by Hallie Ephron. I love the cover art for this one.
So pretty.
Isn't it fantastic? Got that one. Writing Monsters, since we're in with the Halloween spooky fun horror theme. Writing Mysteries, edited by Sue Grafton. It's a handbook by the Mystery Writers of America, so it's pretty cool. Whoa. I like it. I'm addicted to buying writing books, in case anybody couldn't tell. Got Now Write Mysteries, Suspense, Crime, Thriller, and Other Mystery Fiction Exercises from today's best writers and teachers. Edited by Sherry Ellis and Laura Lamson, editors of Now Write Screenwriting, with exercises from Louise Penny, Lorenzo, I can't pronounce your last name, I'm sorry, Carcaterra, John Lutz, Marcia Talley, and more. So that's pretty cool.
I like the name Louise Penny. It's funny.
Isn't it?
Wish that was mine. No, I love women. Such a cute name. Louise Penny.
Really fun. And then I've got Conflict and Suspense by James Scott Bell.
James Scott Bell.
Yes.
It's like the leaves and stuff.
I love it. Isn't that fantastic? I love everything about this book, but I love everything about almost all Writer's Digest books. So there's that. I've got On Writing Horrors, Revised Edition, a handbook by the Horror Writers Association, edited by Mort Castle. So that's fun. And then we've got How to Write a Short Story. Since, you know, we're only here until 1 p.m., I figured we might want to keep the fiction short, or you can take the principles that you learn here and apply them to longer works. But How to Write a Short Story, the ultimate guide to putting it all together in your head and on the page, from Spark Notes.
Nice.
Pretty cool. And then I love this one. Where Do You Get Your Ideas? A Writer's Guide to Transforming Notions into Narratives by Fred White.
Get up
It's
so they
really
can
fun
really
book.
see that one. I love that. That's so cute.
I really like it. I enjoy all the books that I brought along for us to work with. And today's all about dialogue, doing fun things with dialogue. Our warm-up, we're going with a dialogue prompt from the Writer's Book of Matches, 1001 Prompts to Ignite Your Fiction, from the staff of Fresh Boiled Peanuts, which is a literary journal. And it's produced by Writer's Digest Books, of course. So that's pretty cool. And the warm-up we're going to start with here with the dialogue is, which one did we pick?
I don't know. I haven't picked yet. It's like me staring at a menu at lunch.
Since we're going with the whole horror theme and something, you know, like creepy Halloween fun, let's go with, well, if you could accuse anybody of being downright evil, it would be him.
I'm nervous.
Oh, it'll be fun. Do you need a pen as well?
No,
you got one.
I came prepared, teacher.
Yay!
Which one did you pick again?
All right. Well, if you could accuse anybody of being downright evil, it would be him. Let's see what we can come up with.
We're
all
supposed
that.
to just write a paragraph and descriptions, what you see when you read that. Huh? Is that what we're doing?
You can do that. You can continue the dialogue. It's really kind of whatever you want to do creatively, like whatever you feel creatively inspired to do.
What is the point of the exercise? What do you want us to do?
We're just getting creative flow going. Like, you know, whatever you're creatively inspired to do by that piece of dialogue, that writing prompt,
all right. Just
kind of let it flow from there.
Okay.
There's no real point yet. We'll get into more of the dialogue specific stuff after we just kind of
get our
stretch and loosen up.
Okay.
That's what this is for, just to stretch and loosen up and get things going.
I want you to knock him on
Yeah. It's really, really good.
It's peach and orange.
And it's delicious.
My straw's a little funky. Can I see the look? I'm gonna need it.
I like these. I do too. I love everything about that
A
book.
few of these, well, if you could accuse me, maybe that's what you did. And then a flight attendant learns that one of the passengers has brought a weapon on board. A woman buys a gun for her home defense, but 2 days later she can't find it. He's the cutest little boy. Makes it that much sadder, doesn't it? And you're doing only the quotes, huh? Look,
Yeah.
somebody has got to make a decision. They invented a word for guys like him. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna do. They invented a word for guys like him.
Yeah. What I'm doing with my quote is I'm just using it as a little writing exercise to decide what makes this person they're talking about downright evil. And that's where you can really, really have fun as a writer, is when you're creating villains and bad people.
What I'm going to do, because I've been reading from things I wish I'd known before I got married. No, I'm not writing a horrible paragraph about my husband, about how they invented a word for guys like him. But I'm going to do a fun twist on it and talk about some positive things that we can think about our significant others and guys in general. But it's going to play off of maybe there was a past relationship or something like that.
Maybe so.
Who knows? Here we go.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are interested in joining a workshop, we have these every Saturday from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And you can find tickets on Eventbrite to join. We have space for up to 15 people in here. We usually have different refreshments and food.
One thing I love to do when I'm working with writing exercises like this is basically play the 4-year-old, and after every time I write something down, write the question why, and then answer that question.
If you want to use a sentence, a quote from this book to write something at home today, just write something in the comments and we can send you an exercise to do at home as well.
Yes, absolutely. I'm always willing to send out writing exercises to people. I think they're fantastic and fun, and I'd love to work with you guys at home.
We had a lot of fun in yoga this morning.
Oh, I bet.
That's why I'm like super chill today.
I'm so goofy when I try to do yoga. Like, it's really sad. I'm so like inflexible, and my muscles always have terrible knots in them, and I just kind of fall over.
That's what it's for. It's okay.
Yeah.
I
fall over a lot.
I remember I still fall over, but I used to fall over a lot more. But I still couldn't.
That's good to know. That makes me feel a little better, because I'm so like really deeply uncoordinated.
Phone sign. Oh no.
So what I've got so far from my prompt, well, if you could accuse anybody of being downright evil, it would be him. And I'm just kind of brainstorming off of that. And I said, what makes this man evil? Why? And I chose he's psychologically abusing his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then I did the 4-year-old thing and wrote down why. And I said her dreams and ambitions don't align with the plan he had in mind for them when he started dating her. And I'm going to do the 4-year-old thing again and just kind of keep asking why until I get to the bottom of the page. And I think we'll be good and warmed up.
Cute.
And I can't wait to hear what you've got of it there. I'm excited about it.
I'm looking up things. Yes, I'm about to Google.
And something fun I'm going to do with this is I have a file for just random story ideas and things like that that I keep organized at my house. And, this is just a random writing exercise, but I might be able to take this character and use him somewhere later. So once I get done with my little brainstorm, I'm going to file him at my house, and you might see him in a story later on. That could be pretty cool.
Is it against the rules to Google what rhymes with?
No, no. By all means, I feel like writers should use every tool and resource they can possibly get their hands on to get, the kind of results they want.
Oh, I don't even know what that word is.
Mimosa. It's good. It's so good. Yay. Ooh, look at my hair. Mm-mm. Bad.
Do you remember Double Double Trouble in Trouble?
Actually, yeah.
Isn't that like the best movie ever?
Oh yes, I was thinking about it just the other day. Like I really want to watch it now.
Syllables are looked up, rhymes. It says 2 syllables. Be double, be trouble, great double, great trouble. And I was like, what is this? Double, double, toil and trouble.
Right. Oh, that's so fun. I'm so in the mood for Halloween, dude.
Yes, me too. We're decorating this weekend.
Awesome sauce. Halloween is
trying to rhyme admirable. So it says, be double, be trouble. And that makes sense. Like I could say, but I'm not going to tell you yet.
Yeah. Save it. I'm ready to see the good stuff.
I'm doing a little short part of a poem.
Awesome. I love when exercises just kind of loosen you up and you go places. It's like yoga for the writer's mind.
Yeah, and I do feel more like at first you saw and I came in, I was like nervous, and now I'm like, I'm feeling my weeds,
stretching out, having fun. I should have eaten breakfast today, but I chose to sleep
I had
instead.
tapioca pudding with pumpkin pie spice.
I'm a little bit jelly. Like, actually, I'm a lot jelly.
Who does that for breakfast?
Like, what? Hey, food is food.
Oh, well, it was good, but
I should have eaten food, but I just chose to sleep instead. Because sleep is life.
How's your ankle feeling?
It's better today, now that I didn't walk this morning and kind of gave it a rest. It's still kind of swollen and ugly, but other than that, it's fine.
We didn't get to do our morning walk this morning. It's okay. We got to feel better.
Yeah.
And we had to skip out on that.
Yeah, it's my left ankle likes to be a bum sometimes and just lock up on me and then swell for a couple days. But now that I've taken a day off, it should be fine. It acts a lot like a repetitive motion injury, and it's aggravating.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and warn everybody that when I write, like, I'm not ashamed. I'm very vulnerable and open when I write. So, but that's the cool thing about these things is I love when writers' luncheons become like little knit, close, open circles.
Yes.
And everybody's, I think there's a level of maturity that needs to be in writer circles where people know that it's a safe place for you to be vulnerable and to share, because, I mean, when you write, a lot of times you're writing from a place that's a personal place.
Mm-hmm.
It might be fictionized, but it's that there's that level of connection you have with it if you can't share with, in an open, safe place of people with no judgment. I mean, this is kind of like Planet Fitness, basically. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, Planet Fitness for writers. We are a no judgment zone. We will only ever give you positive, uplifting critiques. No criticism. I don't even like the word. I know I've said that before, but always critique, not criticism. I feel like a lot of critics are very incredibly negative people that get joy out of tearing other things down, and that's not what we're looking for here.
I see a problem in this.
Like, I get real mad at movie critics sometimes because they're so nitpicky about things, and I'm like, excuse me, but like, I enjoyed this movie that you said was terrible, so chill. Yeah. I get really upset when people judge other people, so I'm a very non-judgmental person personally.
I'm done.
All right, go ahead and share.
Oh, okay. I've got like arrows and everything. I didn't feel like rewriting it, so I'm gonna try and
warm up
find it.
It's fun.
Find my way through here. So here we go. I had, they invented a word for guys like him. It reminds me of, I didn't go this route, but I could have. It reminds me of like a, what is that fried green tomatoes movie?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
They invented a word for guys like him.
I love fanny flags so much.
But, so, okay. I went with, they invented a word for guys like him. Admirable. I remember the days when I had nothing but anger and resentment. My days were full of great trouble and abuse. Verbal. Some may say it was merited, others I choose to ignore. Hold on. I'm going to start over, because like I said, I've got a ton of arrows and I can't. Okay. They invented a word for guys like him. Admirable. I remember the days when I had nothing but anger and resentment. Now, see, okay, it goes like this. That's what that arrow is. They invented a word for guys like him. Admirable. My days were full of great trouble and abuse. Verbal. I remember the days when I had nothing but anger and resentment. Some may say it was merited, others I choose to ignore. I never dreamed my joy would be met with mutual respect and admiration, but those old ghosts I don't allow to haunt me anymore.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that. I love where you went with that. I feel like I went to a much darker place. Like, I'm so much darker than you.
Like, that was kind of dark but positive.
Like, it was. I like it though.
I'm scared. Like, what is over there?
I'll go ahead and share it with you, and I'm just gonna reshare what I had going on earlier, and then you can see the whole thought flow I had. And then when I get home, I'm gonna file this guy, and then maybe use him as a character in a book at some point. Yeah. And don't ever throw any writing exercise or warm up or journal entry or anything you do away, because you could always use it in something later, even if it's not appropriate for what you're doing right now. Don't throw your work away, even if you're like, oh my God, this is trash, it's absolute garbage. That's what editing and polishing is for, and you can always use it later.
Marinate on it and come back.
So where I'm working from is the prompt. Well, if you could accuse anybody of being downright evil, it would be him, from the Writer's Book of Matches.
I love your perfectly polished handwriting.
Oh God.
I have everything everywhere.
My handwriting is terrible though. I have the worst penmanship of anybody really I know. Oh God, my mom and my aunt have gorgeous, almost calligraphic penmanship. That's cool. And I'm just mine is, it looks like you stuck a spider on the page and electrocuted it.
It's neat how it's two totally different people, personalities and stuff.
Yes. All right. So what makes this man evil? Why? He's psychologically abusing his girlfriend. Why? Her dreams and ambitions don't align with the plan he had in mind for them when he started dating her. Why? He's very self-centered and arrogant and self-important. Why? Maybe it's because his caregivers made him feel small and unimportant as a child. Maybe this is part of a bigger cycle of abuse. He felt so small, bullied, and stepped on as a result of being abused by a parent or both parents or his caregivers. Maybe a single mom, she took out her anger at his father on him, and now he's taking his anger at his mom out on his girlfriend. Just a random idea thought process that can be used to build a character later. So that was our fun little warm-up, and now we're going to move into trying to make clear, this is the actual exercise for
imagining this guy.
Right? I'm thinking a lot about him too. I think he's going to end up being interesting at some point. But what we're going to do now is we're going to write some dialogue, and we're going to just fold our page in half. And on the top half, we're going to write dialogue the way we normally write it, with he said, she said, other kind of dialogue tags like that. And then on the bottom half of the page, what we're going to do is we're going to try to make it clear who these characters are without saying he said, she said, whatever, whatever kind of dialogue tag there is, and try to make the dialogue a little bit stronger.
Okay, explain one more time.
All right. Top half of the page is just normal dialogue writing with he said, she said, the cop said, whatever, And bottom half of the page, we're going to remove all dialogue tags and just write the conversation, but rewrite the conversation so it's clear who's speaking as they're, they're talking to each other, makes it clear who's speaking without using he said, she said, the preacher said, whatever.
I feel like I would have to have a clear understanding of my characters in order to do that.
A little.
Okay, so do I need to make up some people in my head first?
Probably, and you can brainstorm out loud if you want. I've got mine already brainstormed up.
Okay. I'm going to steal the fact that you said the cop said.
Okay, cool.
And this cop is like really hungry for some donuts.
I'm
Like,
hungry for
really bad.
donuts.
Wants some donuts. And he's talking about his tummy's grumbling.
Oh,
Man, I've got a real hankering for some donuts. Who is my cop talking to? I guess a dog would be too obvious. Down at the bottom. Woof, 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 woof.
I could see a cop talking to his canine.
Yeah, I know.
Buddy, like a handler talking to his canine. The canine can't talk back.
You too, buddy? Let's go.
Yeah. I feel like we should go get donuts after this.
Oh no. Is they open?
Yeah, I think they are. They were earlier. Definitely.
Gotta go to the store at 1, but lunchtime I'm seeing donuts involved.
Oh God, yes. Always. Any excuse to eat donuts or cake or cupcakes or anything fattening and terrible for you, I'm down.
Got it.
All right, go ahead and share.
Okay. So do we read it without the dialogue text? Is that how we share? Or?
We're gonna share like with our piece with the dialogue tags, and then we're gonna edit out our dialogue tags and change the dialogue to make it more clear who's speaking.
Dang it. Okay,
Without the dialogue tags. No, it's cool.
Mine's pretty clear.
Sweet. Go ahead and share them.
Okay, I'll just read it without the dialogue text. Lacey did not necessarily do this exercise right, but it's okay.
There's no right or wrong. It's writing.
Man, I've got a real hankering for some donuts. Excuse me, sir. I'm raising money for a trip to Haiti. If it's not donuts, I'm not interested.
Oh my God, I love it. That's so fantastic.
I don't know where this came from.
I like it though. I like it. Like you skipped the bad dialogue like I'm doing up top, and you just took it straight to good and clear. But definitely, I like that. I like that. All right. See, what I've got so far for my bad dialogue is, why did you do it, Ms. Fisher? The PI demanded. You really don't know? She snorted. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought you were better than that. And now I'm going to make it better. Let's see.
That's good. I'm excited to see when it becomes better. If it's not donuts, I'm not interested.
I love that. And now we're just no dialogue tags allowed in my second part.
I'm looking forward to our Sundays.
Oh God, me too.
Our first Sunday Writer's Workshop kicks off November 5th. At 1. Well, we start at 1 with a scavenger hunt, and we're going to do a poll to see where we're going for that scavenger hunt. And then at 2:30, we'll start the workshop there offsite. So it could be somewhere in Fairhope down by the pier, or just we're going to put like a list of 10 different locations for y'all to choose from for the scavenger hunt, like we did for this month. We're going to Live Oak on Sunday, which are meeting at 2 at Live Oak if you want to go to this month. And then November 5th, we're going to do a poll, like I said, and go somewhere new. But I'm excited to do this out there in the open, outside, wherever we choose.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. It'll roll right into the workshop at 2:30.
Yes, from 2:30 to 4. Mm-hmm. Remember the 5th of November, people. That's how you're going to remember the date for this.
And then we're going to come, if you want to, you can come right back here where we're going to have complimentary dinner. We'll have a little group session. So bring your husbands, bring your wives out November 5th. Or not November 5th, but yeah, you can bring them too. But this time at Live Oak, we're going to do the fishing trip this Sunday. So ladies can bring your husbands because we're going to have everything where they can fish. So you got to bring your materials, but we will have a spot set up where we can fish.
Yes, there's bound to be something fun in that pond. Even if it's not bass, it might be bluegill.
I love fish.
I do too. Even though I can't touch them.
I might not be leading the group, I might be fishing.
Any excuse to fish is a good excuse to me.
I wonder where we're going to go next month.
I don't know. I'm feeling the beach, dude.
Yes.
Like, we need to set up a poll, but I'm seriously feeling the beach.
I want to go to Fairhope.
Yeah.
Go to the pier down there.
Fishing off the pier at Fairhope. People do it all the time.
Put our feet in the water and ride.
Yes. Go to McSherry's bar after and have a drink.
Yeah.
I have a thing for Irish pubs.
Mm-hmm. I like to pick places where we can find somewhere to eat nearby and go eat before.
McSherry's has good food.
Love. Mr. Willis, talking about this week's comedy night.
That's so fun. Mr. Willis is hilarious.
We still have a few spots left if anybody wants to come. It's October 6th.
But we've got his book
Over there on the wall.
Yeah,
We'll give
awesome.
him, well, he'll probably have a few copies of the book for you to buy, too, if you're coming out. And then the next one is November 7th. You get your ticket on Eventbrite to that as well. It's $5 a person, and then we have a menu to order from. I love Mr. Willis. He's so funny.
He
And
is.
sweet.
I wish I had
Nice
taken
guy.
drama in high school.
You should have. You would have loved it. You love to act and stuff.
I do, and like, well, I loved to act and stuff until like 3rd grade, and then I just kind of like quit everything because social awkwardness and trauma.
Chelsea
and
is
stuff like
Valerie in our
that. I am.
mystery dinner. November 4th and 10th, we have space
available.
Can't talk today. Space available. For
My
that
mom wanted
as
me
well.
to like give you a heads up that she wants to book one of those dates, but she
Okay.
doesn't know which one yet, so that's pretty
November
awesome.
4th and 10th.
And thank you for the help with the pottery issue. She was
Yeah.
on yesterday.
Oh,
That's
did she
awesome.
fix it?
I'm getting her the stuff to fix it with today,
Cool.
and she's gonna fix it.
It's E600. I remember
E600?
It's a great ceramic glue. You have a ceramic piece that breaks. It's great glue for your ceramic piece. Also, if you happen to be watching and you are coming to the mystery dinner, you need to send us your email address if you haven't, because we have some pre-show content to release to you, some spooky little leading up to the story type of videos that we're making to send out to our guests. So you get to see me act. And I'm going to the cabin in Gatlinburg in 2 weeks. I cannot wait.
Oh, that's so exciting. Take pictures of all the leads and everything for me, please. All right, I finally finished my better dialogue. So I started again with, "Why'd you do it, Ms. Fisher?" And then she replies, "But that's not written down anywhere, so I shouldn't have said that. It's Mrs. Fisher, girlie. I thought you already knew why since you found me. Just because I pegged the who doesn't mean I figured out why. That's a little disappointing. I expected a private investigator with woman's intuition to be several steps ahead of the local yokels."
Local yokels?
Yeah.
Is that something you made up, or is that a real thing?
I think that's a real thing. I think I've heard it before.
That's fun. I've never heard that.
But anyway, now we're going to get a little deeper into horror and mystery writing with all the fun materials I brought.
I remember you in high school always having a stack of books as well.
Yes, always. I've always had way too many books all the time. I carry them everywhere. I'm always like carrying my laptop and pen and paper, and like my purse is actually a duffel bag.
Going down the hallway in school, and she's like got books up to her forehead. You can't even see her. It's just like a stack of books that's just walking down the hall.
That was me, because who needs a locker when you can build up awesome arm strength carrying all these books all the time? That was so ridiculous. But I hope you guys come out and join us next week. We're about to get into the real meat of things, and I'm super excited.
What are we going to do, though, when we get off this video? Like, what do we want so people can see a little bit into the workshop?
We are going to dig into more exercises from these books that are targeted to, like, if you want to write mystery or suspense or horror, we'll pick one of the resources I brought with us. We'll also be working out of where do you get your ideas.
Cool.
To work on developing an idea into an actual story. That's what I love about this book. And we'll be picking exercises from the rest of the resources I brought.
I have got some more quiche downstairs for us, and I have stuff to make a salad, baked pears, an apple, a baked apple tart I can do. I actually have it all ready where I can just stick it right in. So it's 12 o'clock, so we're getting started, and we're also going to have a little bit of food, come out of the oven and enjoy that. So
I love when you feed me. It's awesome. But we'll see you guys soon.
And tickets are $20 to the workshops, by the way. They're $20 per person. You're welcome any Saturday. We're going to start our Sundays in November. So we'll have Saturday and Sunday.
We're looking forward to maybe catching some people who are doing National Novel Writing Month and seeing if you can hit that 50,000 word goal with me.
Yeah, so y'all do that. And you can join me on Saturday. And then you're also welcome to join Chelsea on a Sunday. So we're going to split up. And I'm going to do more some like poetry, kind of warm, cozy kind of stuff. And Chelsea, what are you going to do in November?
November, I'm going to be hardcore writing my cozy mystery,
So
the first book in the, it's National Novel Writing Month, so I'm going to dive in and see if I can make sense. First draft of Murphy's Law of the Jungle during National Novel Writing Month.
Awesome.
So,
cool. Thanks, y'all.
Those of y'all that are interested in coming out for National Novel Writing Month, come see us. Bye, guys.